All right, so getting right to it. We're doing the dirty work. We are gonna discuss how comfortable the new Air Jordan 4 Military Blue is. And yes, I'm calling them the Military Blues. Deal with it. So right next to me, you can see some previous Air Jordan 4s, and I've done a video similar to this where I went into my collection, I grabbed some older pairs and gave you an idea of how older Jordan 4s compare to nowadays as far as sizing, comfort, and a lot of other things goes. So you can go check that one out if you're interested in more Jordan 4 topics. So in this video, we're gonna compare the new Air Jordan 4 Military Blues against 4 or 5 other pairs. And we're gonna see how they stack up because people wanna know how comfortable this shoe is, and I just got them in. I have not tried them out yet. This pair have not worn. I took out the insole to see what it was, and I was a little disappointed. I was a little disappointed in the insole because that is very important as far as comfort goes. So let's get into it. How comfortable is this shoe? Period. There's a few different factors. One, the upper. How soft is this leather? This leather needs to be soft for the shoe to be comfortable, and it's pretty soft. It's, you know, it gets the job done, and that's a big deal because as you walk, a stiffer or a more rigid leather it's just gonna be harder to bend, and it's not gonna work well with your foot, and it could create some pressure points. So leather is fine. And then the midsole. This has a polyurethane midsole in it, and that is a huge factor when it comes to the comfort. How soft is this polyurethane midsole? There's a test that I do, and it tells me a lot about the comfort of the shoe. So you got these pine green Air Jordan 4s right here. And when you push on that polyurethane midsole right there, it's soft, it's squishy. And that usually means a more comfortable ride. And when I do that same test on the Military Blue 4s, it's stiffer. It doesn't feel as plush. And that's a big deal. That's a telltale sign that these Military 4s are not gonna be as comfortable as these SB4s. Next, what's the sizing like? So this pair of Jordan 4s from 2012, this is the 2012 Military Blues, is a size 11. These are a size 12, and this is the 2024 pair. Here's a quick comparison, by the way, of the two. I know that's a big deal to people. This one is closer to the original, so it's darker. Certainly, that's a lighter blue. Which do I prefer color-wise? These. Which do I prefer sizing-wise? These. Which do I prefer shape-wise? These. Which do I prefer comfort-wise? We'll find out. So why the sizing is important, you wanna know, are your feet gonna be pinched in there? Do you need to go up a size? Do you need to go down a size? If there's any sizing issue with the pair, it tends to affect the comfort and the fit. So this guy right here ran pretty big. I'm a true 11.5. I say that I'm a true 11.8 because I'm between an 11.5 and a 12. Most of the time, I buy a size 12 because it gives me a little extra room. And then lastly, this right here. This insole is actually a big deal. For comfort reasons, this is probably one of the least comfortable insoles that you can get in a pair of Jordans. These are the Dream Cell insoles you can see at the bottom there. And this is a nice reminder for myself to take the sticker off the insole. If you're ever struggling to get this sticker off, take the lace tip and put it underneath the sticker there to get a little bit of leverage. Put your thumb above it and remove. Get these off as soon as possible, or you know, the glue will just stick to the insole and you'll never be able to get it off. You'll go to take it off, it'll rip. Take these off immediately if you wear your shoes. So the insole is not up to par. And that might not bother many people, but me, as I get older, I need to just squeeze the comfort out of Jordans. So what does a better insole look like? The Bred 4 Reimagined that just released recently, a polyurethane insole It's thicker, it's softer, and it just makes a more comfortable ride. Now, of course, you could swap out your insole and solve all these problems, for sure. You could definitely do that. But because the insoles on these are also a military blue, it adds to the aesthetic, it adds to the style, and I like the blue insoles. Sometimes I don't wanna look into my shoe and see Dr. Scholl's. That might not be something that I want to remember, that I had to go to Walmart, buy some insoles, and at the price point that these are at, knowing that the possibilities are there to have a better insole so that you don't have to go to Rite Aid. Oh man, I'm wearing the new Jordan 4s, but I'm gonna be uncomfortable. That's the worst. That's the worst. When you're wearing a shoe that you really like the looks of, you're excited to wear, but you know, when 2-3 hours pass, your feet are gonna be barking like the dogs next door. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw these on and I'm gonna score the initial comfort after a quick walk around 1 to 10. 10 being a super comfortable New Balance, and then a 1 being a beat up pair of Vans with a hole in the bottom. I don't know. But before I try those on, let's go through some of these other pairs and recap how I've scored them in the past, and then add a few new pairs to this ranking system. So recapping real quick, the 2012 military blue 4s, I gave this shoe a 7.1 out of 10 as far as comfort goes. For the Bred 4 Reimagined, I gave them an 8.1. And then these guys right here, the pine green Jordan 4s, absolute beauties, 8.6 as far as comfort goes. And that's pretty good for a pair of Jordan Retros. 8.6, I wish that they were all 9s and 10s, but they're not. Hopefully we get there someday, but they're not. And then we have these guys right here, the metallic red Jordan 4s from 2020, a sneaky release. This was such a good pack. I really need the metallic purples and the metallic green. Here's how this went down. This shoe only released overseas in Europe. I was lucky enough to get my hands on a pair, very soft leather, so that adds to the comfort. Midsole, you know, it feels just like the military blue 4s, if not a little bit stiffer. The insole, big deal, big reveal. What do we got? Not Dream Cell. Boom. This is what you want. I've worn these, so I've broken them in. And is that a big deal? Do the shoes have to be broken in? Yeah, it helps. It definitely helps with a pair of Jordan Retros, but it's not gonna raise the score a point. Good soft leather, nice insoles. I'm gonna go, wow, is this in the 8s? Is this in the 8s? Are these more comfortable than the Bred 4s? I don't think so. I'm gonna go 7-9. Let's throw the PSGs on. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the military blues, just hang on. PSG Jordan 4s, and they have a shape more similar to the newer Jordan 4 releases. So you know that we gotta throw these on feet, see how comfortable they are. These and the SB4s are the only pair to have this super flexible rubber in the back. Yup, these PSGs are good. Yup, yup, yup. What are the insoles in here? I didn't even look. Do these have the polyurethane insoles? Or are they the Dream Cells? Oh, you already know. That is what we want. I like them a lot. They feel different than this pair that I just had on. They feel more in line with the SB4s than anything. I'm gonna give them the edge. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say these are an 8.3. So they are just a tad bit more comfortable than the Bred 4 Reimagined. Let's see how they stack up to the 2024 military blue, industrial blue. So let's put these guys on right now. Gotta take this off. Sayonara. Okay, laced up nicely, and I gotta say, man, these look so good on feet. As far as the overall shape of this shoe goes and the way it looks, home run. Absolute home run. This shoe is just awesome looking. As far as the comfort goes, comfort only, comfort speaking, it feels like they would be a dream with an insole swap. Honestly, if they just had a little bit better of an insole, these guys would be, oh man, they would be in the 8s. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a 7.4. 7.4 I think is my opinion on this shoe. They feel, I believe, more comfortable than the 2012s. Let me throw both on real quick. I've already thrown out the 7.4, so I can't change. Oh my God, how tight did I lace these? What was I doing? Where was I going? I did not know I needed to run a marathon in this shoe. Holy smoke, I'm not even gonna lace it up all the way. Let me just get a feel. Yeah. More comfortable than this pair. So these were a 7.1, 7.4. Yep, I'm sticking to my score. I'm sticking to my score. Now, let me throw on the Bred 4s with this pair. These Bred 4s just slide on your foot. They're just, yeah. Yep. Accurate for sure. Bred 4s, 8.1, military blue 4s, 7.4. So make sure you subscribe if you are new around here. The next video is gonna be on how to style this shoe. I'm gonna show you a couple different outfits and ways in which I plan on wearing them, because that is just as important as the comfort is. If this was helpful, definitely hit that thumbs up before you get out of here, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.